Oh, hi. When people who told you don't feel delicious comes another important message.
At ISU, it's a fun time.
My favorite part about being a part of the ISU Police Department is the opportunity and the freedom to be really real and genuine.
Care is like an understatement for this department. They go far beyond what they are ever expected to do as law enforcement officials.
Iowa State University is located in Ames, Iowa, which is 30 minutes north of Des Moines, which is the state capital. We have just under 35,000 students right now and 6,000 faculty and staff.
I remember I was in my first football game at ISU and they were handing out these t-shirts that said "Do Not Disrespect," and I didn't know what it was, so I looked up the hashtag.
Welcome back to Do Not Disrespect Football. Let's go down to the field where Eric is with an angry fan.
And they made me laugh. They seem down-to-earth people, and they get to know the students and what they like so that they can get the word out there.
It's simple. Respect each other and don't make bad decisions. We'll give you free donuts.
Immediately we had places like MTV asking us if they could send them out on their social media site. We had international media organizations reaching out to us for interviews. And so it showed our community that, hey, we can have fun, we're in this together, and we could have a serious content with it as well. So we're talking about being respectful, but in a funny way.
On college campuses, we're not immune to what happens out in communities and cities. And we realize that, and so what we can do is if we create a narrative of engagement and accessibility prior to an incident, hopefully when we mitigate or lessen the opportunity for those incidents, but then people also know we're not being reactive. We're not only doing this because something happened, and we're doing this because we want to advance our Iowa State principles of community.
Yeah, have a good one. Our Engagement and Inclusion Officer team, or as we call it, the EIO team, is basically a team of folks that are really passionate about making sure our whole community feels like they can utilize our resources and services. That specifically means that we focus on serving those that have historically been underserved or marginalized by police.
We're ready to say, let's try something that's just completely different, right? Well, why not try something that we'll see how it works?
One of the goals of the Engagement and Inclusion Outreach Program is to help foster a culture of respect and equity that allows our students, faculty, and staff to work and study without fear or discrimination. One of the ways we do that is through campus conversations.
The main purpose with the campus conversations is to understand where the community is coming from, identifying the issues that are important to them, and then also communicating how law enforcement would react to that situation, or at least how ISU police would react to that situation, and provide that mutual education and mutual interaction that can help stimulate the positive relationship in the future.
You know, some of these projects that we're talking about, people came forward to us. This wasn't leadership pushing these out. And so for me as a leader, it's great that they want to take the initiative. They want to go out and find new projects. And actually, those are the best projects that we have.
In 2011, I reached out to the LGBTQIA+ Student Success Center to become a liaison. I didn't really ask for permission, I just kind of did it and drug the administration along with me.
One of the largest successes we had was really being able to train the entire Iowa State Police Department on an LGBTQA specific training, everyone from dispatch on up, and to be able to really provide a depth around policy, practice, and procedure improvements for LGBTQIA+ students, so that they know that they can give a call to IACPtv, and that call will be LGBTQA informed.
Our department just fully wants us to do what we're passionate about and run with it. So for example, last August, the idea of the homeless outreach program just popped into my head. And then from there, I proposed it to my department and they let me run with it. And so I think that's what's so special. They support us in what our interests are, and I couldn't imagine being any other place.
In March of 2019, we hired Kinsey, who is our mental health advocate, and also a therapy dog. Zosha has been absolutely wonderful for responding to incidents where we have individuals in crisis, and if having Zosha there helps them be more comfortable and more willing to sit down and speak with us, then by all means, we're going to bring Zosha when we can.
So what's neat about our department's motto of it's not about making the difference, it's about being the difference, is it's the result and culmination of a lot of research, a lot of interviews, a lot of different people's perspective on what makes them passionate about this department. And so for me, it's all about keeping the connections, making more connections, just approaching it with that like ego-free demeanor and approachability and being like, hey, I really am here for you.